So, in a recent interview, Woody Johnson has said that Rob Sala, the GM, Mr. Douglas, Joe Douglas, they're all coming back. They're pretty much staying intact. He mentioned that he likes the defense. Offense needs some work, but he wants to keep the continuity. And there's kind of two sides to two tails to that story. One, let's be in all transparency, and that includes the offensive coordinator staying on board as well. Let's all be completely transparent here. Okay, what Aaron Rodgers wants, Aaron Rodgers gets. So I think, and no one's going to tell you this, but I think we could all realize in this, the bigger picture of things here is that Aaron Rodgers, for the most part, is running his franchise. So if he likes them, they're staying. If he don't like them, they're not staying. And with that, when Aaron Rodgers came aboard, his buddies came aboard: Boyle, Lazard, Cobb, and they haven't been producing anything. Okay. Uh, Listen, we know the offensive line um, needs work. So there's work that needs to be done. And you look for that to happen in the offseason. Keep your fingers crossed again. Okay? And yes, continuity is important. Continuity is important. But when there's certain things that you see that really does not have to do with, you know, uh, who's on the roster per se, like certain things like clock management and, just the way you act and mannerisms on the sideline. And I know, not everything, things might be completely different behind closed doors, but there's certain things that you look for, on the sideline when the game's going on that you necessarily don't see from the staff. But again, continuity is important. Things could improve. You just don't want to decimate everything year after year after year because you are you're never going to get anywhere. It's a constant rebuild, constant new, well, not so much a rebuild, but constant new philosophies, new changing pieces. I say that with the Mets in a different sport. They're constantly, every 2 or 3 years, lately they've been changing the manager, and in comes new players, a new philosophy, and you're always, just chasing, right? You're always chasing. You always never settled in a certain pattern. So nonetheless, here we are. Okay, another go at it. Aaron Rodgers and friends leading the Jets coaching staff intact. That was a kind of a no brainer, a kind of a no kidding here. If you're in New York, you pretty much know that Aaron Rodgers, it's like the GM. It's the Aaron Rodgers show. That's how desperate the Jets are, right? And giving him full control in a sense. Listen, he's been a proven winner, but if you kind of take a step back, you kind of use an analogy, with the Jets, from the outside looking in, right? It might be completely different, but it just seems like if you're in high school, for example, and the pretty hot girl is talking to you, and you're just doing whatever you want, just for her to give you the attention. But she might be, she's aged over the couple of years that you first started trying to get, to her, if that makes any sense. Point I'm trying to make is, Jets are at the mercy of Aaron Rodgers here. Hope all is well.